Hello guys, I'm Colton, and I'm back here on my YouTube channel. Finally, it's almost midnight over here, and Wrestlemania just finished. So, I'm finally going to do what I've been wanting to do for nearly a year. I'm going to make a YouTube video with predictions and results, just my thoughts and reaction. This will be my first one, my Wrestlemania reaction video. So to start off, we'll talk about the first match of the evening, Neville versus Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight title. Neville has been so much magic in the WWE Cruiserweight division so far. 205 Live seemed important, finally. I finally started watching it because of Neville. The title means something again. Neville has done so much work to make that Cruiserweight Championship and the division a thing. Austin Aries was a character really well known on the indie scene in TNA. I wouldn't have known much about him unless he came to NXT. And something about his music just clicks with me. But I feel that Neville was the right guy to win tonight. There was a lot of good spots, a lot of good parts, and a good heel tactic there in the end, grabbing Austin's eye during the last chancery. And you got the one most protective move out of all really crap top rope moves, because all of them are just a big landing drop with just a little twist or kicker in it. But Neville's Red Arrow, I can't really say it's too much crap. It is a cool move. The Red Arrow put away once again another big opponent for Neville. And I like the way that they're using the Red Arrow. They're not using it every match because I feel that overexposes it, like they did in 2015 when he did it every match, and you heard JBL going, "Oh, get ready, coach! It's your Sports Center highlight." At least now that move is so well protected, he doesn't have to use it every match. He's only used it in the match against Jack Gallagher and in the match against Austin Aries since he's been back. And then next we get to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and was this just a great match. Sarcasm very much intended. So first, it sucked because you had only two entrances again, and it had to be the two big men because, oh my goodness, how can anyone eliminate the Big Show or Braun Strowman? Braun Strowman just eliminated the Big Show again. And then everybody just eliminated Braun Strowman like everybody knew was going to happen. What's new? And then you had a lot of good stars in it, like Sami Zayn, Big Damo, who was now Killian Dane and was the first WCPW champion. But hey, they don't want you to know about that. But the match overall was the same as usual. Same, oh yeah, you gotta go over the top rope. Don't forget about that. And you gotta have both feet land on the floor. Don't forget about that. It was just a mess, like usual. And then you had a football star getting involved in a battle royal. Why? Why do they need to have this craving of celebrities to come in and ruin a match? By the end of the match, by the time Mojo Rawley won that match, I felt the same way I did whenever Roman Reigns entered number 30 at the Royal Rumble. I was sitting there going, they couldn't have done any better. They couldn't have let somebody like Sami or Braun Strowman win. At least that would have been amusing. But just Mojo Rawley. Can somebody just find a tranquilizer, go to an event where Mojo Rawley's there and just trank the guy? That would be the best idea for me. So the spiel done about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, we now have the Intercontinental title match, which, poor Dean. Poor Baron Corbin. Poor Intercontinental title. WrestleMania 3, that title is everything. Now, and you can't really blame the superstars for it. The match was fine, but it just, why didn't they build it up anymore? I know the pre-show gives more of a bigger audience, because then you have people that don't even have the network at least being able to watch it. But there couldn't have been any more hype to it. And then you had the most obvious ending by the time the match ended. You had Ambrose flipping out of a Baron Corbin end of days into a Dirty Deeds DDT. Now, it would have been better had he come straight into Dirty Deeds, caught him as soon as he flipped over, but he flipped and then just paused and then Dirty Deeds. I don't have any problem with Ambrose finally getting his big win, but you couldn't have done any better with that? I mean, the big part where Ambrose did his rope flip trick and Baron Corbin caught him with a big boot, I was like, finally somebody caught him in that act. Until, later whenever Ambrose did hit it, because Baron Corbin's like, boom, blah! Oh, where'd you come from? Just stupid Baron. And then we get to the main show, and it kicks off with the New Day. Just like Hulk Hogan did in 2014. Just spilled a bunch of stuff about WrestleMania, saying the usual, this is going to be a great night to remember. Moments, WrestleMania, Ultimate Throwaway, blah, 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 blah. So we finally get to the first match. We get Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. And who would have thought this would have been one of the matches of the freaking night? You had the elbow drop that completely missed, like everybody should have known was going to happen. You had the Styles Clash out of nowhere, which got kicked out of. And then the catch out of the phenomenal forearm, the coast to coast with the trash can, which had the referee obviously get back up right as soon as the move was done. How could he not tell that happened? Because he was looking up right at AJ whenever he grabbed this trash can. But, right winner, AJ Styles wins. Good for you, WWE. And then you get to the first title match of the main card. You have Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, United States Championship. And this was the point. You could just tell WWE was cutting their matches short due to a Pitbull performance, which was just the best thing of the night, wasn't it? So, this match was a big feud, had been building up for 8 months. What do? You have Kevin Owens hit a powerbomb on the outside, and that's it. I mean, the match was cool how it kicked off, just straight into a Walls of Jericho, but it just felt like there could have been a lot more to the match. The pop-up powerbomb into the code breaker, you could kind of see coming. That was obvious that was going to happen like halfway through the match. And then kicking out of pop-up powerbomb at first. What's new about people kicking out of finishers in a WrestleMania match? But I guess the result was the right thing to do. Owens could have at least had a custom entrance this year, but I guess that was fine. And then Jericho coming out with a big list of Jericho and coming out finally, once again, to the countdown. What a great feel-good moment. It could have been better if they would have come out with this whole entrance music, but it was Jericho. Jericho had a good match again. So then we get to the Raw Women's title match that was not as crap as I thought it was going to be. I mean, you had Bayley coming out first, which, why do they ever think to have the champions come out first? Why do they do that? So you had Bayley defending against Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, and Charlotte in a fatal 4-way elimination match. And it was good. It wasn't as great as last year's match. Nothing ever will be as great as the Triple Threat Women's Championship match. But it was a good match. You knew it kind of resembled a lot of the Fatal 4-Way elimination match for the Universal title, where the big monster got taken down by all 3 people, because why wouldn't that have happened? And then it made you feel like, well, what was the point of getting in the match in the first place if you were going to be the first one out? Bye-bye, Nia Jax. And then you had the really, really awkward, botched turnbuckle spot. I mean, she had it halfway off, and they kind of explained that, but why get taken out by just a boom, my head shot whenever the turnbuckle wasn't even off? I mean, the pad wasn't even off. But I guess that was the right thing to get Sasha out, I guess. I didn't see Sasha. I mean, I wanted Sasha to win, but I didn't see Sasha getting eliminated that quickly, and I guess that's the best part of it. Whenever they do something that you don't think is going to happen. And I mean, that corkscrew moonsault that Charlotte did, though. Phew! That was... I don't know how anybody can top a moonsault like Charlotte's. I don't know if anybody can do a corkscrew moonsault like Charlotte's. I know I can't. I wish I knew how to. That would be amazing. But then you get to what I think was an awkward ending. It was a good tribute, but an awkward ending to a fairly good match. And the most unpredictable ending to ever think of. I would have never guessed the whole way to WrestleMania that Bayley would have retained. But she did. She defeated Charlotte with a Macho Man elbow drop, which kind of almost got botched, but luckily she hit her just right to be like, oh hey, she did lose. That was a good way to hit her and get her out. It looked believable. I'm not really happy with the fact that they never used a Bayley to belly. But I do like the fact that they are using more than just their finishing move, because then it's not every finishing move seems like it's being underprotected. And just using another person's finisher to win isn't really a bad thing. At least to pay tribute. At least she has more than one way to win. And it doesn't really make the people that lose to that move look foolish. But congratulations, Bayley. Congratulations to the fact that we have women having a big match on WrestleMania and they all have pyro. Well, maybe not all of them, but they all have a good moment. So then we get to the next match, which was the fatal, originally triple threat ladder match for the Raw Tag Team titles. And then the New Day come out. And you're thinking, oh, maybe the Hardys? And I was sitting there thinking that too. I'm like, yeah, maybe. I would have expected the match to go on first. And then whenever the New Day came out, I was like, is it going to be a 5-way match? Are they going to try to trick people? And then it was the latter. They had them trick everybody into thinking, hey, maybe the New Day are in the match. And then the Hardys music hits. First thing I think is, oh, hey, that's their original music. I would have thought they would have come out to Jeff Hardy's new music. Or any kind of piano, but hey, they came out and they looked broken. And I guess that's the surprising thing, is that they were the broken Hardys still. And whoever expects WWE to bring out indie people with their indie gimmicks? Let's just see how that goes. Because now the Hardys are the Raw Tag Team titles. Jeff Hardy has finally won his WrestleMania match. And we just gotta look forward to tomorrow night on Raw to see where all this goes. And then you get to one of the most lazy, underrated matches of the night, which you could also tell was cut short just for a great Pitbull performance. Adam Blampier reference. And, I mean, it was okay. The Miz was great. He's always great. I love The Miz. He's one of the main reasons I ever started watching wrestling. He's one of the only good heels today. I mean, you can't take anything away from the guy except for another win at WrestleMania, because why do that? Why have Cena lose at WrestleMania? Ha ha ha. And just The Miz getting cheered the whole time, you could just tell there was somebody in the back going, well, you guys are not going to like the ending to this match. And I'm upset that the fact that Maurice never got a big moment in the match either. She didn't do but like two spots, I think. And then you got the usual, Cena and Nikki triumphed by doing their moves at the same time. And the legal woman, because Nikki and Maurice were legal, didn't even have her shoulder down. And they always have that one awkward moment where the person getting pinned had their shoulder up, but it's like, oh, hey, we're scripting this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they had their shoulder up. Oh, we didn't notice. And then the proposal, which was one of the okay parts of the night still. Everybody saw it coming. They tried to make it as if it was not going to be seen coming. You could tell they could no, they could tell you could tell they could tell that we knew it was coming, but it was a great story all in all. One of the most built up stories ever in the recent years. It was a 4-year story, 4 or 3, one of those things, who knows. I don't watch Total Divas. And you finally got the feel-good moment with Cena and Nikki finally getting engaged. Have I said finally enough yet? Because, finally they got engaged. And then another match that was actually pretty good. I loved the entrances to this match. I think if anyone could have ever out-entranced Triple H at WrestleMania, it was Seth freaking Rollins. That torch onto the floor, and then the fire all the way to the ring. Incredible. Amazing. Is there any other adjective that describes Seth Rollins? I don't know, but he is the man. He is amazing. He finally hit the one move he has never been able to hit properly. He finally hit the Phoenix Splash, and you would have thought they would have protected that for a day. He could finally win with that move. Seth Rollins seemed like he was on top of the world. The match went as long as it should have. It could have gone a little bit longer, but I thought it was good timing. Great ending spot, even though it looked a little lazy. Triple H knocking Stephanie into a table. Another woman finally going through a table. How many times have we seen that in recent years? Twice. Actually, yeah, twice. And then Seth Rollins won. Good choice. Is Stephanie McMahon a Triple H bad luck charm? I think so, because every time Triple H has her out there, he loses. And to lose to your own stinking move on the first try, man, is Triple H a lucky man. And then, after that, you had the Pitbull performance, like I've been saying, was the greatest thing of the whole time. You'd think that if they could do anything to preserve time, they would cut a performance, because who cared about Pitbull? You could tell nobody did. I mean, except for that one match, which was fun. Not one match, one song, which was fine to listen to. Who cared? If you don't have enough time to do anything, cut the performance, make the matches a little bit longer. Do not make matches feel rushed. And speaking of matches feeling rushed, who out there at all liked the fact that Randy Orton defeated Bray Wyatt to win the WWE title? Why does WWE hate Bray Wyatt so much? Bray was on top of the freaking world, and he lost to an easy RKO that they keep saying was out of nowhere, and every time they say it's out of nowhere, it's like, oh, hey, RKO, he wins. Yay. Poor Bray. I think Bray's going to have the opposite kind of streak as Undertaker. And then, every time I try to say something good about this match, every match, Lesnar versus Goldberg, it was better than... I can't really say it's better than Survivor Series. Survivor Series was a shock. This match, you could tell they were leaning towards Lesnar eventually winning. The start of the match was great. You did not expect Brock to be the first person to do anything. Then you didn't see him... I didn't see him getting a spear right after a suplex. The spear into the barricade was an amazing spot. You actually thought for a second Goldberg was like, oh, hey, maybe Goldberg will win? I thought Goldberg maybe would have actually won. Then after that jackhammer and the kick out, Brock kicking out the jackhammer, it's like, yeah, Lesnar's winning, obviously. And then all those German suplexes are just the best thing in the world because you get to count to 10. 10. 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, does anybody realize that's annoying? Lesnar won. Universal Champion. There's only ever been 4 Universal Champions. And half of them have been part-timers. What a sad world. Why create a belt that's supposed to define the new era of WWE and give it to two part-timers, one of which is already 50 years old. Nobody cares about it at this point. The other is just an outdated guy that has nothing special to him except some suplexes and his finisher move. Why can't... This is where I'm just like, why can't Roman Reigns just be the champion now? I wouldn't mind Roman Reigns being champion as long as Lesnar's not champion for 4 months and not defending it whatsoever, because that irks me still that they did that the first time around. Back in 2014. Was it 14? Yes, it was 14. Just don't go with that, WWE. Do not let Lesnar hold the belt until SummerSlam without one title defense in the between. And into another match that I was so afraid that they were going to cut off the show. You could tell from going to the kickoff show to being announced as being part of the main card finally, you were like, after about half the show, it's like, did they really put this on the main card or did they cut it off? And if they cut it off, what's the point of a women's revolution? I mean, yeah, they had the Raw women's title match, but what's one without the other? If you're going to have two women's belts, why not have one of them be defended? The same could be said about this tag team title belt. Why not have SmackDown tag team titles on the line? Oh yeah, because they've been booked to crap. But at least the women's title has not. I thought the match was fine. If you could tell it was rushed, because they wanted to get to the main event. I think some of them could have outshined themselves a little more. It felt more like 2014 AJ Lee defending the title. Every diva was just like, oh, hey, you did your move into the Panama. I'll do better. And in the awkward spot that they keep trying to do with Natalia, with a double sharpshooter, it's like, why doesn't the referee just get down and count the pin that's sitting right there in front of him, like JBL made fun of him for at Night of Champions 2013? Just quit with that spot. That double sharpshooter's never going to work. But nonetheless, Naomi tapping out the champion in her hometown. WWE's finally learned to let hometown people win, or else that's just going to be boring as hell to watch. Congratulations, Naomi, 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. Then the final match of the 7-hour card that just took forever. Undertaker is now 23-2 at WrestleMania. I don't think Roman Reigns winning was a bad thing. You can dislike me all you want for that. I don't care. Roman Reigns was in the right place at the right time. I think even though he didn't do a heel turn and it was done clean, they pulled it off right. They made you really think, is Undertaker losing or is he gonna come back? Because he's always coming back from a thing like this. He always comes back from he's so down, he's not going to be able to get back. Oh, hey, Undertaker wins! And then Roman Reigns felt like he pulled a Drew Galloway, like whenever Drew would do his Future Shock DDT by spinning them around. Reigns finally did that death knell move where he ran back and forth, and oh, hey. Sorry. And he just, bam, with that spear, that 1, 2, 3, gave the win that most of the arena didn't want to see. I think it was right. Maybe not. I think it was better that it was even the main event, because if that would have been in the middle of the card, who knows what would have been great for the next few matches. Good thing it wasn't Lesnar versus Goldberg, because who cares about them anymore? Goldberg was booed. Roman Reigns was booed. I fear anybody else that has to do a spear as a finisher for their next big superstar. But The Undertaker getting his feel-good moment finally. What was the whole point of putting it all back on? All the robe, hat, everything, if he was going to take it off in the end. Is he going to be at WrestleMania next year? Let's hope so. I really hope to be in New Orleans. I really hope I'm in New Orleans next year. It's the closest place towards me. I live in Arkansas, so it's good distance. I missed going to Dallas last year. After watching the show, I'm kind of glad I missed going to Dallas last year, but it was a missed opportunity. I am for sure going to New Orleans next year. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't go. But overall, good card. Every match delivered. The show outshined last year's show by a mile, maybe even 2. And out of my predictions, I predicted 7 to win. What am I saying? I predicted 7 right and 6 wrong. So at least I outdid my winning predictions. So that was WrestleMania. Tell me what you thought about it down in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to me if you may. My name's Colton, and this was WrestleMania.